You exercise regularly, take your vitamins, visit your doctor for routine checkups, and follow what you believe is a healthy diet. Yet despite all these efforts, you notice your legs feeling increasingly heavy and weak. Climbing stairs has become a daily struggle. Walking for extended periods leaves you exhausted, and even standing up from your favorite armchair requires more effort than it used to. The simple activities you once took for granted now feel like monumental tasks, and you find yourself avoiding social gatherings or family outings because you're worried about your mobility and endurance. Most people over 50 assume this leg weakness is simply an inevitable part of aging, something they must accept and learn to live with. They resign themselves to believing that declining strength, persistent aches, and reduced mobility are natural consequences of getting older. But what if I told you there's a hidden factor in your daily routine that could be silently contributing to this loss of strength and mobility in your legs? What if something you consider healthy and beneficial is actually working against your efforts to maintain strong, pain-free legs as you age? Many adults over 50 make significant dietary changes, incorporating more fruits into their meals and snacks because they've heard about the benefits of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. Fruits are universally praised as nature's candy, packed with nutrients that support overall health and longevity. However, there's a critical mistake that countless people make without realizing it. The excessive or inappropriate consumption of certain fruits can directly compromise leg muscle strength, accelerate inflammatory processes throughout the body, and interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients that your muscles and joints desperately need to function properly. This isn't about eliminating fruits entirely from your diet or suggesting that all fruits are harmful. Instead, it's about understanding which specific fruits, when consumed frequently or in large quantities, can do more harm than good for your leg health and overall mobility. Some fruits that are naturally high in sugars can, when eaten without proper consideration, elevate blood glucose levels significantly. This elevation triggers inflammatory responses throughout your body, particularly affecting peripheral nerves that control balance, muscle strength, and motor responses in your legs. The most concerning aspect of this situation is that these negative effects can occur even when you believe you're making all the right choices for healthy aging. You might be following dietary guidelines, staying active within your capabilities, and taking recommended supplements, yet still experiencing declining leg strength and increasing discomfort. The culprit could be hiding in plain sight, disguised as healthy choices that are actually sabotaging your efforts to maintain independence and mobility. Several fruits commonly found in American households are among the primary contributors to leg weakness and joint discomfort in adults over 50. These fruits, while appearing innocent and healthful, can create a cascade of problems when consumed regularly without understanding their impact on an aging body. The metabolism of a 50-plus adult is significantly different from that of a younger person, and foods that were once beneficial or neutral can become problematic as our bodies change. The inflammatory processes triggered by excessive fruit consumption don't just affect your legs in isolation. They create a systemic response that can impact your entire lower body, affecting everything from your hips and knees to your ankles and feet. This inflammation can manifest as morning stiffness, difficulty with balance, persistent aching, swelling in the lower extremities, and a general feeling of heaviness that makes movement uncomfortable and challenging. What makes this situation particularly insidious is how gradually these effects develop. Unlike an acute injury or sudden illness, the weakening of your legs from dietary factors happens slowly and subtly. You might notice that you're holding onto railings more often, avoiding stairs when possible, or feeling unusually tired after activities that used to be effortless. These changes often occur over months or years, making it difficult to identify. The connection between your dietary choices and your declining mobility. The sugar content in certain fruits, while natural, still requires significant metabolic processing. In adults over 50, the liver and kidneys may not function with the same efficiency they once did, and the circulatory system may be more fragile. This means that the body's ability to process these natural sugars effectively is compromised, leading to inflammatory responses that specifically target the extremities. Your legs, being the farthest from your heart and requiring the most support for daily activities, often bear the brunt of these inflammatory processes. Understanding the relationship between fruit consumption and leg health is crucial for maintaining your independence and quality of life as you age. The goal isn't to create fear around eating fruits or to suggest that all fruits are dangerous. Rather, it's about making informed choices that support your specific health needs and goals. By identifying which fruits may be contributing to your leg discomfort and weakness, you can make strategic dietary adjustments that could significantly improve your mobility, reduce pain, and help you maintain the active lifestyle you desire. The connection between diet and leg health becomes even more important when you consider the psychological impact of mobility issues. When your legs feel weak or painful, it affects not just your physical capabilities, but also your confidence, social interactions, and overall mental well-being. The fear of falling, the embarrassment of struggling with simple movements, and the frustration of feeling limited in your activities can lead to a cycle of reduced activity, which further weakens your legs and compounds the problem. As we age, past 50, our bodies undergo dramatic changes in how they process and respond to different foods, including fruits that we've eaten without concern for decades. Not all fruits remain welcome in the dietary routine of someone who has reached this milestone age. Some fruits, despite being natural and traditionally considered healthy, can cause more harm than good, especially when it comes to leg health and joint comfort. The key is understanding which fruits have become problematic and why your body now reacts differently to them. High glycemic fruits pose a particular challenge for adults over 50, because they cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. These sudden elevations trigger insulin responses that promote inflammatory processes throughout the body, but particularly in the muscles and joints of the lower extremities. The result is often a persistent feeling of weakness in the legs, recurring discomfort in the knees and ankles, and stiffness that makes movement feel more difficult than it should be. It's as if your body is aging faster than necessary, struggling with inflammation that could be avoided with better dietary choices. Beyond the immediate effects of blood sugar spikes, certain fruits contain compounds that, when consumed excessively, place additional burden on the liver and kidneys. These organs play crucial roles in maintaining metabolic balance and eliminating toxins from your system. When this natural detoxification system becomes overwhelmed or begins to function less efficiently, the first symptoms often appear in your extremities. You might experience heavy, tired legs, muscle cramps that wake you at night, a noticeable loss of strength when climbing stairs, and balance issues that make you feel unsteady on your feet. The most troubling aspect of these dietary effects is their gradual onset. Unlike an injury that causes immediate pain and alerts you to a problem, the weakening effects of inappropriate fruit consumption develop slowly and almost imperceptibly. Many people describe suddenly noticing that they feel weak, unstable, or experience persistent leg discomfort, but in reality, this deterioration has been building for months or even years. It's the cumulative effect of daily choices, like enjoying a particular fruit with breakfast or as an afternoon snack, that eventually manifests as noticeable problems with mobility and comfort. Take grapes, for example. These small, sweet fruits seem harmless enough, but their high fructose content creates a hidden danger for adults over 50. When consumed regularly, the fructose in grapes is quickly converted by your body into uric acid, and this accumulation poses a direct threat to joint health. The buildup of uric acid triggers inflammatory responses that particularly affect the toes, ankles, and knees, areas already vulnerable to age-related wear and tear. Over time, this seemingly innocent fruit consumption can worsen existing joint discomfort or even trigger painful episodes similar to gout, making walking and movement genuinely difficult. Even for those who haven't been diagnosed with gout or specific joint conditions, excess uric acid causes pain, creates a sensation of heat in the joints, limits range of motion, and leads to unpredictable episodes of swelling that can appear without warning. For adults over 50, these episodes can significantly compromise independence and increase the risk of falls and injuries. The small size of grapes makes them particularly dangerous because they're easy to consume in large quantities without realizing how much sugar and fructose you've actually ingested. Bananas present another common problem, despite their reputation as a healthy, convenient snack. Their high content of natural sugars and rapidly digestible carbohydrates can become problematic for people whose metabolism has slowed with age. What once provided quick energy for an active lifestyle now contributes to fluid retention, unwanted weight gain, and increased pressure on the joints of the legs. As your metabolism becomes less efficient with age, those frequent banana snacks can lead to more persistent blood sugar fluctuations that promote inflammation in your tissues and cause fluid to accumulate in your lower extremities. This fluid retention translates into swollen ankles, heavy-feeling legs, and joints that ache more than they should, especially after spending long periods sitting or standing. The imbalance between potassium and sodium that can result from excessive banana consumption, particularly when not accompanied by adequate hydration or balanced nutrition, can interfere with proper muscle function. This disruption leads to cramping, numbness, and difficulty with smooth, coordinated movement, problems that are especially dangerous for adults who already face mobility challenges. Pears, while often recommended as a gentle fruit choice, can create their own set of problems when consumed frequently by adults over 50. Their high fiber content, while generally beneficial, can interfere with the absorption of essential minerals that your bones and muscles need to stay strong. Additionally, the natural sugars in pears, though lower than in some other fruits, still contribute to glycemic fluctuations that promote inflammatory responses. For someone dealing with existing leg weakness or joint discomfort, these additional inflammatory triggers can worsen symptoms and slow recovery from daily activities. Before you continue accepting that declining leg strength and increasing discomfort are simply inevitable parts of aging, take a moment to consider whether your fruit choices might be secretly undermining your health goals. The path to stronger, more comfortable legs might be simpler than you think, and it could start with examining what's in your fruit bowl. If you're finding value in this information and want to learn more about protecting your leg health as you age, I'd love to have you join our community by subscribing to the channel. And here's something I'm genuinely curious about. Have you noticed that certain foods seem to affect how your legs feel? Maybe you've observed that after eating particular fruits, you experience more stiffness the next morning. Or perhaps you've noticed patterns between your diet and your energy levels throughout the day. Drop a comment below and share what you've observed about your own body's responses to different foods. Your experiences could help other viewers recognize patterns in their own lives, and I always learn something valuable from the insights our community shares. Understanding which fruits to avoid is only half the solution to protecting your leg health after 50. The other crucial component is knowing which alternatives can actively support stronger, more comfortable legs while reducing inflammation and improving your overall mobility. Fortunately, There are numerous delicious and nutritious options that not only satisfy your desire for fresh, sweet flavors, but also provide targeted benefits for joint health, muscle strength, and circulatory function. Berries stand out as exceptional choices for adults concerned about leg health and mobility. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries are powerhouses of antioxidants, particularly compounds called anthocyanins and flavonoids. These natural substances actively combat free radicals in your body, helping to reduce the inflammatory processes that contribute to joint pain and muscle weakness. Unlike high-sugar fruits that can trigger inflammation, berries actually work to calm inflammatory responses while providing essential nutrients that support cellular repair and regeneration. The antioxidants in berries specifically help protect your joints from oxidative stress and may slow the progression of age-related deterioration in your knees, hips, and ankles. Tart cherries deserve special attention for anyone dealing with leg discomfort or joint issues. These remarkable fruits contain powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that have been specifically studied for their effects on joint health. Regular consumption of tart cherries can help reduce levels of uric acid in your blood, which is particularly beneficial for preventing the type of joint inflammation that causes pain and stiffness in your legs. The natural compounds in tart cherries work similarly to some anti-inflammatory medications, but without the potential side effects, making them an excellent natural option for managing chronic discomfort in your lower extremities. Avocados, while technically a fruit, offer a completely different nutritional profile that makes them ideal for supporting leg health. Rich in monounsaturated fats and potassium, avocados help reduce inflammation throughout your body while supporting proper fluid balance and muscle function. The healthy fats in avocados are particularly beneficial for adults over 50 because they help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins that are essential for bone and joint health. The potassium content helps regulate blood pressure and supports proper muscle contractions, which can reduce the frequency of leg cramps and improve overall muscle function. Papaya provides unique benefits through an enzyme called papain, which has natural anti-inflammatory properties and aids in protein digestion. This enzyme can help reduce inflammation in your joints while supporting your body's ability to properly utilize the proteins necessary for maintaining muscle mass and strength. Papaya is also rich in vitamin C, which plays a crucial role in collagen production. Collagen is essential for maintaining healthy cartilage in your joints and ensuring that your connective tissues remain strong and flexible as you age. Kiwi fruits offer an excellent balance of nutrients without the high sugar content that makes other fruits problematic. They're exceptionally high in vitamin C and contain enzymes that support digestion and reduce inflammation. The fiber content in kiwi helps stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing the spikes and crashes that can contribute to inflammatory responses in your body. For adults over 50 who need to be mindful of their sugar intake while still enjoying fresh fruits, kiwi provides sweetness and nutrition without the metabolic stress. When incorporating these healthier fruit choices into your diet, timing and portion control remain important considerations. Even beneficial fruits should be consumed in moderation and ideally paired with protein or healthy fats to help stabilize blood sugar responses. Consider having berries with Greek yogurt, adding avocado to your meals rather than eating it as a standalone snack, or enjoying a small portion of tart cherries after dinner rather than consuming large quantities throughout the day. The preparation and consumption method also matters significantly. Fresh, whole fruits are generally preferable to juices, which concentrate sugars and eliminate beneficial fiber. When you do choose to have fruit juice, dilute it with water and limit portions to small amounts. Frozen fruits can be excellent alternatives to fresh ones, particularly for berries, as they retain most of their nutritional value and can be more economical for regular consumption. Creating sustainable dietary changes requires more than just knowing which fruits to choose or avoid. It involves developing new habits and preferences that support your long-term health goals. Start by gradually replacing problematic fruits with healthier alternatives rather than making dramatic changes all at once. This approach is more likely to result in lasting changes that you can maintain over time. Consider keeping a simple food and symptom diary for a few weeks to help identify connections between your dietary choices and how your legs feel. Note which fruits you eat, when you eat them, and any changes in stiffness, pain, energy levels, or mobility that you experience. This personal data can be incredibly valuable in fine-tuning your diet to support optimal leg health and overall well-being. The relationship between diet and leg health becomes even more important when you consider the interconnected nature of aging. Weak, painful legs can lead to reduced activity, which in turn can result in further muscle loss, decreased bone density, and increased risk of falls and injuries. By making strategic dietary choices that support leg strength and comfort, you're investing in your ability to maintain independence, continue enjoying activities you love, and preserve your quality of life for years to come. Remember that dietary changes work best when combined with other healthy lifestyle practices. Regular gentle exercise, adequate hydration, sufficient sleep, and stress management all play important roles in maintaining leg health and overall mobility. The fruits you choose to include or exclude from your diet are one important piece of a larger puzzle that includes all aspects of your health and wellness routine. As we wrap up this discussion about fruits and leg health, I want to personally invite you to become part of our growing community of adults who are committed to aging with strength, vitality, and independence. Subscribing to our channel means you'll be the first to receive new insights, practical tips, and research-based information that can help you make informed decisions about your health. But more than that, you're joining a supportive community of people who understand the unique challenges and opportunities that come with life after 50. I'm genuinely interested in hearing about your journey with leg health and dietary changes. Have you noticed improvements in your mobility or comfort levels after adjusting your fruit choices? What challenges have you faced in making dietary changes, and what strategies have worked best for you? Your stories and experiences are invaluable to other community members who may be dealing with similar issues. Please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. Whether it's a success story, a question about implementation, or even a struggle you're facing. Together, we can support each other in making the changes that lead to stronger, more comfortable legs and a more active, fulfilling life after 50.